guys, it is Moonsalt Stables back with another video. For today's video, I decided to do something just a little bit different. I don't know if tier lists are still cool or anything or even relevant anymore, but I decided I wanted to do a tier list of sorts for the Breyer 2021 releases. Now, many of the 2021 horses have been revealed. Granted, this definitely is not everything that is going to be revealed for 2021, and this is only the reveals up to today that I am recording, which is December 29th of 2020, so I can almost guarantee there will be more that come out even after this. But that being said, I will go ahead and cover all the ones that have been released, or at least most of them. There are a few horses that I did not include in here, such as the like stable sets and everything, so like the buildings that come with like 1 or 2 stablemates. And then there's also the surprise foal sets where it looks like only one of the horses actually changed in the set. I don't know if the foal is also different, but like only one horse actually changed. So I'll probably maybe touch on that again in another video down the road if we find out if the foals are also going to be different. So that being said, I will go ahead and start with these. When I uploaded the photos onto this tier maker, they were in order, starting with regular runs and going down to special runs. So I don't know if I can still do it that way, but I will give it a shot and see what happens. And I will also include a link to this tier list in the description down below. So definitely go ahead and check that out if you want to test out this tier list as well. So to kind of touch on what each of these is along the side here, I have the S tier up at the very top. These are the models that I absolutely 100% want for the year 2021. These are ones that I am going to try my darndest to get these horses. I want them so bad. And keep in mind that for this list, this is figuring that I have all the money and space in the world. Obviously, I live in a fairly small apartment where I don't have a ton of room for all of these horses that I actually want, but this is an ideal world where I would have all the money and space to fit every single horse I want. So if that's what that's all about. But anyways, top tier, ones that I absolutely need, ones that I will try my hardest to track down during 2021. Next down below, this is just the ones that I do like, where I would be so happy to have them in my collection, but I'm not going to go out of my way to track them down. But they are still ones that, hey, I'm totally going to still use my own money for this if I find them like at the local store or something. I'm like, cool, I will definitely grab them. The next one down below, just that maybe I'll get it. These are ones that could really go either way. I'm not going to be heartbroken if I don't get them during 2021, but at the same time, they are probably ones that I will put on like birthday or holiday wish lists or something where I would like them, but again, not going to be heartbroken if I don't get them. And then next tier down below, just kind of the maybe like ones that, okay, maybe if I find them on like a really good sale or something, or like, oh hey, if somebody gifts it to me, I'm not going to be upset about it, but I'm probably not going to spend a lot of my own money on them. So that's what that tier kind of is. And then down at the very bottom, just nope, nope, nope. None of these horses. I do not want them. They are ones that I won't spend my own money on, and I also won't ask anybody for. They're just ones that will not end up in my collection if I could have my way. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this. I will touch on each of the horses' names and everything as well. So let's go ahead and see if I can start with a regular run on here. Here we go. Let's see if this tier list will let me do this here. There we go. So first and foremost, I have the American Paint Horse. This is part of the Mixer Ideal Stock Horse series. The year 2020 had the Quarter Horse, which honestly I absolutely love. I do still kind of want to track it down just because I've been falling in love with the Geronimo mold, so once I saw the paint horse on the cover of the JAH magazine this year, I'm just like, okay, I need this horse. So this is very much I don't think it's quite in the I desperately want to go after it list, but definitely in the like it list. And up next, we have, this is Theo, the new draft horse on the Georg mold, which, oh my god, I love him. His color is absolutely gorgeous, and I know there's going to be such cool variations on him throughout the year. I hope that I'll be able to track down a nice dark variation. He definitely falls into the I need it category, which really surprises me because the Georg mold isn't really my favorite. I ended up selling my original Georg, and I only bought Oak at Breyerfest because I'm like, oh, I got drawn for him and I have extra cash. Okay, I'll get him. But I absolutely love this roan. I am obsessed with Breyer's roans, especially like the bay roans and the blue roans. I'm just like, oh, I love them so much. So he is in the need it category for sure. I will try to track him down probably closer to the last half of the year because I'm sure everybody's going to be trying to get him at the beginning of the year. So totally fine. And up next we have the unicorn traditional model for this year. This one I believe is replacing Xavier because I believe Xavier is being discontinued this year. So up for 2021, we have Obsidian, which is on the gorgeous Vanner mold, which is big, giant, chunky draft horse mold. I do like the mold. It's not really my favorite per se, especially with all like the variations. I do prefer the original version of the mold, so I'm not a huge fan of the tail on this Obsidian guy, but he is still really gorgeous. I'm excited to see in-hand photos of him. I think he'll be just fantastic. I love draft unicorns, so not one that I necessarily want per se, but if I had the chance to put him in my collection, then sure, I probably will. Oh, why is my mouse not working? Oh, it's being dumb. No, I don't want you in that category. I want you in this category. There we go. So in kind of middle category there, where not going to be heartbroken if I don't get him, but if I get him, I will be pretty darn happy about it. So sounds good. Y'all, I am the worst at recording, and again, this is going to be kind of a long video, so we'll see how this goes. Let me know down in the comments below if you want to see more kind of screen capture videos like this, and I can totally see what I can do. But anyways, let's move on to the next model. And so our next one is going to be Clouds, Encore, and Tor. They are so cute. I love them so much. The mare is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like she's got a kind of pearly coat, which won't sit well with a lot of collectors. I know Breyer's been kind of on a pearly kick lately, and collectors either love the pearly or absolutely despise it. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of wiggle room in between, but I definitely fall into the category of I love these pearly horses. And so this one is definitely going into the need it category. Love the Forever Sage mold, and that foal is just so cute. Not my favorite foal mold by far, but still love him. He's still cute, and the mare is definitely why I want this set so bad. And up next is a model that I am not going to try pronouncing his name because I will butcher it. I tried looking up how to pronounce it, but I just kept butchering it no matter how hard I tried to pronounce it. So I'm just going to call him the Icelandic Stallion because that's what he is. But this is him. I will show his name and photo up on the top here. He's cute. I don't care for the Icelandic mold. It's not my favorite. I have actually owned several on the mold and sold every single one of them. It's just, I'm not a big fan. Like, I love the Stablemate Icelandic, but I don't care for the traditional one. But this is one that, like, I don't hate him, but not really my favorite either. So he's going to go just kind of in the kind of category. Don't really want him, but at the same time, I'm not going to be upset if somebody gets him for me. So, yeah. All right, next one on the list is one that's probably going to surprise a lot of you. And this is Chocolatey, which is the new regular run on the Roxy mold. And it is nice to see a good regular run on Roxy. However, this is something that I and several other people have pointed out. She's the exact same mane and tail variation as the 2013 CC Shuffle, and is even a chestnut blanket Appaloosa, just like that CC Shuffle. The only difference is the shade of chestnut is different, but other than that, they are so similar. And so I don't feel like I need her in my collection because I already have the Breyerfest special run, and I'm not actively congaing the Roxy mold anymore. I've decided that I'm just gonna collect the ones that I really like, and this mane and tail combination is not really my favorite, and I don't feel like I need another chestnut Appaloosa. So this is going to be one that's gonna just go into the kind of maybe category of, if I find one on a good deal, yeah, I'll totally buy her. I won't be upset from buying her, but I'm not going to go out of my way to find her just for the sake of my conga. So, and again, I've actually sold one of my congas, so it's a good time. It takes up less room on my shelves now. So anyways, all right, next up on the regular traditional models is going to be the 2021 holiday horse, and this is Arctic Grandeur. I kept pronouncing that wrong the first time I tried to say it, but that's fine, whatever. Gorgeous not Halloween. This is not a Halloween horse. Guys, I am so bad at this, but next up is this holiday horse who is absolutely gorgeous. I get the holiday horse every single year, so automatically this is going to go into the need it category once there we go, now it calmed down. That definitely goes into that need it category. Even if I didn't really like the horse, I would still want it. But this one's so cute because he's got like the little fox on him and he's so cute. I love him. Anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on each individual horse because then this video is going to be so long. But I'll be spending the most time on like the traditional models and then the special models. Also, my cat is very upset that I'm recording right now, so if you hear her meowing, that's why. So our next traditional scale model is going to be Livingston, who will be the flagship store special for 2021. And I do honestly love the American Saddlebred mold, but I prefer that mold in decorator colors. I have 3 decorators on that mold, and I have 2 normal colors. I have a very accidental conga of the Saddlebred mold, but I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to find Livingston. I think he'll be kind of tough to find because he is a very popular mold, and the flagship horses tend to sell out pretty quickly when they're popular, so I'm just going to put him into the maybe category of the like him, but not going to break my neck trying to find him. All right, so the next one, we're going to save the other traditional scale horses for the end of the video just because they are more special horses. They're kind of more the special runs or the web models. So we're going to move on to the classic scale horses. And so we will start out with this lovely little Morgan. This is a Bay Morgan on that brand new mold. Super cute mold. He is definitely kind of a skinny mold, so he doesn't take up a lot of space, and he's very cute. His face is adorable. I don't actively collect classics, but he is going to go into that maybe category. And our next classic model is going to be the Buckskin Blanket Appaloosa on the Bella or Running Thoroughbred mold. I can't remember the exact name of the mold, but this is her, and I like the color. I love like buckskins, palominos, any colors, like kind of those creamy colors I love. I haven't found a color yet on this mold though that I really like. So this one's kind of going to go more into the category. Don't hate her. Cute color. Not my favorite mold. Next classic is going to be the coppery chestnut thoroughbred on the Celle Francois mold. I know I pronounced that mold name wrong. I don't speak French at all. I'm so bad. But anyways, another super cute mold, really cute color. I don't actively collect classics, but it's not one that I hate. So this is also going to go into the maybe category. And our next classic, which is going to be the first on this list that's going to go into the nope category. This is the Pearly Gray Triconer, and just not a fan of the Chris Hess classic molds. I just don't care for them, and this color doesn't do this horse any favors, I don't think, personally. I mean, I know a lot of people like these molds, and that's totally fine. Again, this list is all my opinions, horses that I may love, other people may hate, and vice versa, but this horse is going to be the first one in my nope category. I don't really want him. I won't be looking for him. He wouldn't even serve a purpose as a body in my collection. That feels terrible to say, but that's all right. We'll move on to the next horse now, which is going to be the Silver Bay Morab. Another cute one. I love the color. I love silver dilutions. They're just absolutely beautiful. Love them. This is actually a cute mold too. So he's going to be, or she, I can't remember if this is a mare or not, but this one's going to go into the maybe category as well. I have a feeling this maybe category is going to probably be the most full out of all of these. So let's go ahead and get to the next classic here, and this is the first decorator classic on this list. All right, so this horse was actually one of the first regular models that was revealed for 2021, and this is Hope, which is the 2021 Horse of the Year, and this is actually a model where the portion of the proceeds are actually going to charity, and so gorgeous horse, a fantastic cause. The charity that this is for, I will write this on the screen because I can't remember it off the top of my head when I'm recording this, but when I'm editing I'll list the name of the charity, but seems like a good charity, so this is one that I will actually feel very good about buying, and is one that will go into my like it category. Gorgeous color, fantastic cause, totally on board with this. And our next decorator classic is going to be the Unicorn Le Maire, which is the Unicorn of the Sea. Super, super gorgeous, and just so fun. I use the words gorgeous, fun, and cute, like, way too much, and I'm sorry about that, but you know, whatever. I like my ponies. I like them, and those are like the 3 words that I can use to describe them, but whatever. But anyways, this is the Unicorn, just this really cute kind of like teal seafoam kind of color. Again, don't actively collect classics, but this one is cute. I don't think I would put it high on my list though, probably just more into the kind of category. And one of the last of the single classic horses is going to be the Black Pinto Rearing Mustang. I have grown to absolutely love this mold. I love Maggie Bennett sculptures. I am so excited that she is sculpting more for Breyer because I want so many of these. I'm excited to see her sculpture for the Premier Club next year since she is going to be one of the sculptors, so super exciting to hear that. So this horse is going to go into the like it category. Don't like him quite enough to go in the need it category just because he is a very plain, just kind of black and white pinto. He would be in the need it category if he was probably any other color, but he is just kind of a very simple color, so he's just going into that like it category where I would very much like to have him in my collection, but not nearly as much as the top tier category here. All right, I lied on that one. That is not the last of the single classics here. The last single classic is actually one that I weirdly am obsessed with, and is one that everyone either loves it or hates it. I'm in that category of I love this horse and I need need it so bad. This is the 90s throwback model, which is just Lisa Frank on a horse. I love it. Just like the leopard print, the blue and the like the pink purple kind of colors on it. Obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. This mold is super cute as well. I do have a Salem from Halloween, I think 2019, and looks really good in decorator colors. So he is actually one that I'm putting in the need it category because, okay, I'm a 90s kid, so I need all the 90s like throwback models. Alright, so now we're on to, so that was the last of the single classics, and the last in the classics overall is a set, and this is the Spanish Mustang family, which is, I'm actually really surprised by this one. I've never really liked a lot of the like family sets of the classic series, but this one just has two super cute molds. Also, they're using this Morgan mold quite a lot this next year, so I was surprised to see him used twice, but that's fine. So we've got really cute and just fantastic molds. I was actually really surprised not to see any Hess molds. Usually in these family sets, there's usually like one vintage mold and the other two are newer molds, but this one's all three new molds, so I actually really like it. And so I'm going to put this one into that maybe category as well. Lots of maybes here. But now that we got that out of the way, we are going to move on to the Stablemates. Now there are a lot of crafting kits this year and a whole lot of unicorns. I am just going to include the unicorns that are both the blind bag series and also the single assortment of models. I'm just going to include those all in one go, just because it would take forever to go through each individual one. But I'm just going to, well, hi! I don't know if you can hear her, but she's very mad that I'm recording. But anyways, these unicorns are just kind of going to go into the kind of category, just because I'm kind of getting kind of tired of all of these unicorns, especially where they're all just solid colored unicorns. I'm like, Breyer, give me some like pintos or like some cool like realistic colors, but just with unicorn horns, or like wild animal colors or bird colors. I would love that, but I'm getting so tired of just these solid colored unicorns. So that's why they're just kind of going in the kind of category, because I do like some of them. Like there's the Creedausa in here, there's the Prince Charming molds, but there's other ones where I'm just like, I don't want it. So that's kind of my overall feelings on all of the unicorns, both the blind bags and the individual series. And that being said, we have even more unicorns, but they are in crafting sets. The first of which is going to be the Suncatcher set, and there are 4 different molds on this. There is the Alborozo, Magnolia, the Walking Thoroughbred, and the Warm Blood Stallion. There are so many. So that's those 4. They are just the clear Suncatcher horses. They're just kind of in the meh category for me. I don't do the Suncatcher ones, but if I ever got them, I would just use them as bodies, so I wouldn't hate it if I got them, but not going to actively seek them. Alright, and then we have another unicorn set, but these ones are just plain white plastic, so they're not the same Suncatcher horses. These ones are just the white plastic. They come in blind bags, so you don't know which mold you're going to get, but there are 4 different options. There's the Mini Cree, there's the Morgan, Prince Charming, and a Warm Blood, which is the G2 Warm Blood, which I don't care for, but that's fine. I would probably most want the Cree or the Prince Charming out of these. They are absolutely wonderful. You can just chop the horns off of them and I can customize them. So I would put this one more into just the kind of maybe category. And the last of the crafting sets and even more unicorns that I have on this list is the Unicorn Family Paint and Place. This one comes with the Alborozo, it comes with a Magnolia, and a little foal in there as well. And I believe it's just plain white plastic, but you can just paint them however you want. So another cute one. If I were to get it, again, I would chop off the horns and customize them to realistic horse colors. So this one would go into just kind of the maybe category. Again, Breyer, if you could give us more just like plain horses without horns to paint, that would be fantastic. Or do normal horses and unicorns, because I don't mind the unicorns, but I want more normal horses. My computer is mad that I'm recording. I've never done this before, so my computer's mad. Anyways, and now for the final one in just the regular models for 2021. Again, these are ones that have been announced. We know there's going to be more throughout the year. These are just ones that have been announced. But this final one is the Pintos and Palominos gift set. This comes with 4 stablemates in it. I love every single one. Again, absolutely love Palominos, and I love this comes with so many different shades of Palomino. So this is very much in the needed category for me. I want all 4 of these. I love them, love the colors. I know there's gonna be some like factory flaws on these, but whatever, I don't care. I just want the horses, so it's all good. But now that we have all of the regular horses on this list for 2021, let's move on to some of those club models, which I am so excited for. But let's start with the Stablemates Club. So the first model that we have in the Stablemates Club, and also the one that was in the promotional image for the club, is the new Clydesdale for this year, and I am so excited for the long mane and tail on him. It just looks so good on the mold. I hope we see more in the long mane and tail. Anyone who knows me, y'all know that I do prefer the loose or long manes and tails on my models as opposed to like the braided manes and things like that. So absolutely love this one. His name is, I believe, Atticus. For some reason, he's not on Identify Your Breyer, but I think his name is Atticus. Super cute, so excited for. He's one that is going to go into the needed category. And just so you know, with these club models and everything, I know that in those clubs you are, other than the collector club of course, you are required to purchase each of these models, but I'm just using these tiers as like a need it is going to be I will keep it no matter what, like it is I am definitely going to keep it but I won't hesitate to sell down the line. Maybe is going to be like a I might sell it, I guess. The category is I'll sell it once I get it and I can look it over, and the nope category is I'm not even going to ever touch it, it's just automatically going to be sold. So that being said, next one in line is going to be Tobias, which is the cute little G2 Appaloosa. Love the mold. I know a lot of people say it's been overused, and it has been used a lot. I won't deny that. But he is so cute. I do like him. He is... I keep thinking he's going to be glossy, but he's not glossy. He may be the half and half split, though. I wouldn't be surprised if he was the half and half. But I'm going to put him in the like it category, just because those Appaloosas tend to be a little questionable on the stablemate. Sometimes they turn out really, really well, and other times they just go haywire. So, yeah, that's how I feel on that one. Next in line in the Stablemates Club is going to be the G1 model, and this year it is going to be on the, I believe that's the Secretariat mold, who is... I don't own a lot of G1 stablemates, so I'm not as familiar with the molds, but this one is so cute. I don't know how I don't have any of this mold in my collection. He's adorable, and he's in this cute little, like, a frame over-row pattern that's just, oh my goodness. I love it so much. He is so cute. He's going right up into that needed category just because he's adorable. And our next model in the Stablemates Club was one that was actually just announced, I believe, yesterday. This is Hendrik on the Django mold. Another pretty cute one. Love the color. Gorgeous color. Not a huge fan of the mold. It's kind of stagnant to me, but that's what a lot of people love the mold, so that's fine. But I love the color. Love that he's super glossy, but he's just kind of going to that maybe category of may sell him down the line. I don't know yet. Why is my mouse being weird? There we go. Y'all, technology doesn't like me. Oh, go back. Come back. I'm not ready for you yet. And now, the last Stablemates Club horse that has been announced, of course. There is 7 each year. There's the G1, there's a glossy model, there's like the 2, there's like the Clydesdale and that Appaloosa there. And then there's a brand new mold that we won't see until it's released. And then there is the Gambler's Choice. And this year, that Gambler's Choice is on the Mini Cree mold, which probably doesn't surprise a lot of people that that was the one. Everybody thought it would either be that or the Django mold that ended up being the Gambler Choice. Of course, it happened to be the Cree, which is my favorite mold in the club this year. She is gorgeous, but I don't think I liked her enough to justify buying more than one club, so I just have one membership to the club, so we'll see which one I get. So when I organize these models, it's going to be in the order of who I want the most. And the one that I do probably want the most is the blue one. I love the color. Y'all know I like decorators, especially blue decorators. Like, I have so many blue ones. It's ridiculous. I don't even know how that ended up being the color that I have the most of, but I love it. So that is the one that I want the most. The one next is going to be this really cute, what is that, like dun? Come on. She is the one next on my list of want that color. Again, please note that I would be happy with any 4 of the colors that I get, but these are just kind of my preference lists. So the next one in line is the Pintaloosa, and this one is a glossy Pintaloosa. So really cute. Not a huge fan of just the plain black and white because there's not a lot of variation in the color, but that's fine. And my least favorite is this kind of chestnut here. For some reason, the white looks really, really plain. She could end up looking different in person, maybe having a little bit more shading. I don't know yet, but she is probably my least favorite of the 4 colors that have been announced. So those are all the Stablemates Club models, and you do need to purchase a club membership in order to get any of those models, and it is a continuity club, which means you have to buy every single one in order to stay in the club. Of course, the Gambler Choice, you only get one of the 4, but anyways, you do have until December 31st to join that club, so make sure you do if you haven't already. And another club model that we have next, in order to join the Stablemate Club, the Premier Club, the Vintage Club, any of those, you do have to have a Collector Club membership. And so in that Collector Club, there are going to be special runs for those for whatever year it is. Granted, they do tend to sell out pretty quickly. The Premier Club, Stablemate Club, Vintage Club models, those ones will not sell out as long as you have a membership. But the Collector Club models, there is a big chance of them selling out, and they do tend to sell out rather quickly. So do keep that in mind when I go over these models. So that first model for 2021, and so far the only one that has actually been revealed as a 2021 Collector Club release, is Lafayette on the Hamilton mold, a really, really nice glossy dapple black color. This is one that actually got a lot of people wanting to join the club for 2020, and I totally don't blame them. He is absolutely gorgeous. If I'm able to get him in time, because I know he's probably going to sell out in probably a matter of hours. Like, I doubt he'll stay for longer than 24 hours. But if I am able to get online fast enough to get him, he definitely is going into this kind of like it category. The mold itself honestly isn't my favorite. I sold my original Hamilton. Super pretty, super gorgeous, but not in that top tier for me, but definitely in the tier of hey, if I log into Breyer's website at the right time, I will totally buy him. Super excited to see how that dapple black looks in person, because, oh, I love pretty colors like that. And our next collector club model, this one is slightly different. You do need to be a member of the deluxe collector club. Now, both the collector club and the deluxe collector club will get a chance to buy Lafayette, but only the deluxe club will get this next model. And this next model is Chalice, which is a mini Alborozo in a just gorgeous glossy color that's supposed to look like one of the one-of-a-kind models, I believe, from a few Breyer Fests ago. Super pretty. Again, is one that you will only get if you are part of the deluxe club, but he does come with the club, so you don't have to pay separately for him. But that being said, I do really, really like him. I don't think he's in the need it category. I haven't decided yet if I want to join the deluxe club yet, but I'm going to put him in the maybe category just because I'm not totally sure yet. I haven't decided. You have until, I believe, March to join the deluxe club if you're still on the fence about the Stablemate. You can still join just like the regular collector club if you want to get into the other like premier Stablemate vintage clubs. And speaking of vintage club, there is one vintage club model that has been announced for 2021, and do keep in mind that the vintage club has sold out. It is limited to 500 members only every single year. It has sold out at this point, but if you do want any of the models that are announced, you can probably get them secondhand. But anyways, the first one, and so far the only one I think that has been announced, is Julius, which is a old style red roan on the Georg mold. Honestly, not my favorite color. I don't really like the color on him, and I don't like the mold enough to go out of my way to get him secondhand. He is going to be the only other one that's in my bottom tier category here. He's just, I don't care for him. That color doesn't, like, I like the regular run roan a lot better than the vintage club roan, but that's fine, whatever. And now, without further ado, we are going to the very last model that has been announced so far for 2021, and that is the first of the 2021 Premier Collection. Now, the Premier Collection is still open for new members up until December 31st of 2020. If you want to join that club, join now, otherwise you will have to buy these models secondhand. And so the first model that has been announced, and will be the only model that is actually announced up until usually Breyer Fest is about when we hear about the second model. But the first model is Fireheart, and honestly, I think this is my favorite model of all of 2021 so far. Like, he made me want to join the Premier Club so bad. I was so on the fence about the Premier Club for 2021, but when I saw Fireheart, I was just completely obsessed. And I'm just like, I need to join this club now. He is gorgeous. He is a just, oh, beautiful, an Appaloosa Mustang, sculpted by Raven Maddock, who is actually one of my favorite sculptors in the hobby. Her and Maggie Bennett are honestly two of my favorite kind of like quote-unquote big name artists that most people would know, and I love their sculpts so much. And we found out that Maggie Bennett is actually going to be another sculptor for 2021, so that also kind of got me to be like, okay, I need to be in this club. And Morgan Kilborn is going to be the third artist that year, so I'm excited to see what all of them do, but the only one we know so far is Fireheart, and again, my absolute favorite model of 2021 so far. He is going at the very, very top of my top tier. And so, we finally have my completed tier list for the year 2021, of course, of the horses that have so far been released. We know there are going to be so many more throughout the year. And heck, by the time I'm done editing this video, there will probably be more new releases. So who knows, whatever. But absolutely love them all. Let me know down in the comments below, who is your top model for 2021 so far? Did you join any of the clubs this year? And if you do this tier list as well, let me know. If you make a video on it, send me the link to it. I would love to watch it. Again, I will have the link to this tier list in the description box down below, so you can go ahead and check it out. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more Model Horse goodies. I have lots of videos planned for 2021, so I will see you all later.